Hi, I'm Gordon Briggs, PhD candidate from the School of IArts.
I'm Jonathan Knipp, second-year MA candidate at The Ohio University School of Film, and this is Real Time. The Swedish-made horror film, Let the Right One In, tells the story of a strange relationship that develops between a boy named Oscar and his odd new neighbor. 2008 was a banner year for The Vampire with the teen pick Twilight, the HBO series True Blood, and the film that we're going to be talking about today. Gordon, tell me about Let the Right One In. What did you think?
I felt this movie. It had a tactile impact on me. When the characters are cold, you feel kind of cold. When the characters are scared, you feel kind of scared. It's such a great feeling when a horror film gives you that feeling. And I think it's an effective horror film, would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. This was actually the second time I'd seen it, and I found myself terrorized just even a little bit more, I think, with this screening.
There's a scene in this movie, I'm not going to give it away, where someone is peering into something, and I am just in my seat squirming, almost looking through the top of my hands, trying not to see what's going to happen next. There's a subtlety to the scares in this movie,
yeah.
and it earns those scares. They're not cheap scares.
This film, while being
Stylish.
somewhat substantial, is also a stylish film, but in unexpected ways. There are a number of really remarkable shots using a very shallow depth of field.
He cannot create a boring shot. Okay, when these murders happen, when these vampire attacks happen, they happen from a certain point of view where you feel like you're almost witnessing a brutal attack. You're almost witnessing some kind of street crime, rather than sort of an omnipotent point of view of sitting in a movie theater. He puts you there in their lives.
And I think that it's also important to emphasize that this is a film that doesn't lean heavily on gore.
No, it doesn't.
It's a vampire film,
Yes.
so there will be blood, if that sounds familiar. But it's not a gruesome film. I know that there are people who enjoy horror films
For the bloodletting and the
yeah, and I think that those people will be satisfied by this film. Sure. But people who are a little squeamish, there really is no reason to stay away from this film. It's an effective horror film. It's even a challenging horror film, but it's not necessarily a gruesome horror film.
You feel the frustration
Sure.
that an adolescent boy feels with not being manly enough, not being big enough, not being strong enough. So I think that the males in the audience will really kind of identify with the action and the frustration that the adolescent male characters feel. And the females who might come to the movie might identify with the love story. That they might identify with this whole idea of this woman who's trapped in this girl's body, who desperately wants to be loved.
Yeah, it's innocent, although it is intensely creepy.
Yeah, what you said right there, you got it. The merging of innocent children with the most violent, horrific imagery. That's why the film worked. That's why the film worked.
I agree. Let the Right One In is playing this week, starting January 16th at the Athena Cinema, and this is Real Time. Thanks. So anyway, Philip Seymour Hoffman in Schenectady, New York.